because most people's baseline is elevated, right? Like I noticed, like when I came back from, not to talk all about this hunting trip, but like my baseline was reduced, like my level of stress, things, and then I got back into this rut. Like we fall into this. I used to race motorcycles, and you would always try to avoid the ruts because you would get stuck in them. And we all have this rut that we get into, and you notice it like when you transition from a vacation back to home. You're like, I can feel that stress again. Like I'm always on edge or whatever. And so I think what I heard you say is like maybe we can take that thermostat for this default mode network and kind of dimmer it down so that we reduce our baseline a little bit. So
Totally.
And our way of thinking. And I didn't want to interrupt you there, but I think it's really interesting. Like I used to be really nervous about public speaking. And I found that if I have these safe places, so if I do get nervous, if I get up there and I'm like, I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say or whatever. I just have this safe place where I can go and I know that everything's going to be okay. Everything passes, right? Like I wiggle my toes or I do this or that. And so it doesn't happen to me anymore. And so I think that if people have like this thing, maybe they drive by McDonald's and they think I'm going to have a weak moment. Like, because I hit McDonald's, I hit fast food, I go to 7-Eleven every day after work. How am I going to break that habit? If you could maybe visualize yourself in the float tank, passing by McDonald's, by not having a glass of wine, whatever, then it would like really kind of make that rut maybe go away. And so I think that can be super helpful because
Totally.
a lot of people want fat burning supplements. A lot of people want exogenous ketones. These things have their roles, right? But if you can really, I'm all about like root cause resolution, like get at the problem.
Yeah.
So I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, even most folks don't have a reference point for that level of relaxation. I mean, it is so unique, that feeling when you're inside a float tank where it's quiet and warm and you're weightless and you're naked and you're breathing and everything is okay. Most people have never experienced that level of lowering their stress and adrenaline to that baseline. And so, yeah, I've said in the past, just like that same example, like when you're beginning to redline, when you're beginning to just like knee jerk buy a cheeseburger or knee jerk, drinking a bunch of alcohol, if you can picture and have a reference point for that level of relaxation, your subconscious mind remembers that. They know your brain knows what that feels like. And if you can just close your eyes, hopefully not while you're driving, just close your eyes for a quick second and just like put yourself back into the float tank for a second and feel what that feels like, you can think more clearly. You can make better decisions for yourself. You can be actually a better person. So absolutely.